Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. Success is in circuit lies. Too bright for our infirm delight, the truth's superb surprise. As lightning to the children eased with explanation kind, the truth must dazzle gradually where every man be blind. It's Emily Dickinson's Tell All the Truth. And as we come back into telling all the truth, we, Micah and Yins have been able to at least hold off the assault as these 6 family guards, these troopers that belonged or at least worked for Micah's family, have now laid an ambush, operating on behalf of whatever conspiracy is working against him and his family. Micah and Yins managed to hold their own, taking quite a few of them down, but the sniper plexed them. From a long range, that rifle kept taking shots, picking off, or at least trying to pick off Micah as much as it could. But Micah fortunately had a couple of powers up that made him even harder to hit, including the Cyber Knight's natural ability to distort technological things, weapons, power armor, whatever. But just as importantly, on some really crazy high rolls, the 2 Cyber Knights that Micah had been effectively trying to avoid managed to make their way in, and in kind of a surprise sets of, a couple different doubles, we found Tio and Eeyore sneaking up on the sniper, and with one quick decisive moment, they at least bring the sniper down. Sorry, as I just kind of get dice and the papers and everything that I just threw all over the place, because apparently that's how I start my episodes now. But as we come back in, since we were already at a chaos factor of 9, it is now finally dropping down, as they had not just a decisive fight, but with the advent of the 2 Cyber Knights, we actually come back to a moment where Micah has a moment to breathe. So we are now in a chaos factor of 8 instead of all the way cranked up to a 9. So now, let's test the expected scene. My expected scene is that the Cyber Knights catch up with Micah and Yins with this sniper captured. Now, this chaos factor of 8. Let's test the scene. It is a 5, so it is an altered scene, not necessarily an interrupted scene. So an altered scene would be, Let's test with a question. Is Micah upset to see the Cyber Knights? I'm going to say they just helped his ass out, so I'm going to move it to the kind of very unlikely, but he has been avoiding them, so it's a 75 with an unlikely roll. This is a 68, so yes, he is a little upset to see them. Micah rounds on them. I'm just like, and what in the fuck are you doing? I didn't ask for you to come. I didn't ask or need you to be here. And Tio just kind of looks up at him and goes, son, usually people are happy to see us, especially when we bring in somebody who is trying to do them ill will. Micah looks him up and down. Yes. But in case you haven't noticed, I haven't exactly been conversing my plans with you. Why did you follow me out here? There's an easy assumption here, but let's make sure. Let's look for character motivations. Why did Tio follow him out here? So we're going to go to, let's see, cavern, nope. Character actions, nope. There's a motivations table in here. Okay, motivations. Why did Tio follow them out here? 60, which is loyalty, and 38, loyalty heal. Maybe it's not just the Cyber Knights. Is their mystic friend who we never defined actually with him? 72 on 50-50. That is a yes. We need to give her a name. So let's go to the name chart. 71 R and 65 Roar. We're going to call her Oro as Tio comes around. Tio comes around and goes, well, my Lord Micah, we had some concerns, and, well, maybe Aurora can tell you a little bit better of why we're here. And this young woman comes around. She looks young, but there's a wisdom behind her eyes, too. She has very peaked ears, and as Micah realizes, she's not a half-elf like he and his family, but she is a full-blooded elf. And so, why? Maybe she... Well, we're going to say that was original role for the motivations. Did she have a vision? 24. Not an exceptional guess, but yes, she had a vision. Oro steps forward. She goes, yes, little one, I had a dreaming of you. He goes, you had a dreaming of me. Am I supposed to know what that means, or is this just going to be a game of charades? She goes, I had a moment during my trance where I saw and expected and knew that I had to find you. You are critical. You are important to the mission. You are important to why our good Lord Coke is out in the world doing good deeds. And I knew that I had to discover you. There are troubles coming, young one. There are troubles for the entire world. Some of us have been having visions. There has been talk. You see, well, I'm going to play with the timeline here a little bit, but it's my game, so fuck it. It's my world. Who cares? And Kevin Sabita, if you're listening, of course, this is actually your world. I'm just kind of playing in it, and I'm just taking my own interpretations of everything, so, don't come after me. Please keep signing my books, too. That's an awesome thing. But we're going to ask a fake question. I'm going to actually call this very unlikely. Is Aurora having the visions that lead to the planetary distress? 28. Yes. Okay. Oro stands there. She looks like she's looking directly at Micah, but almost like 4 inches just above his eyes. That weird expression of somebody who is... This is the wrong music. That weird expression of somebody who is kind of paying attention, but also not. They are that moment where when you're talking to somebody and then they are speaking solely from the processing center of their mind, where thought and expression start coming out, not in conversation, but as just suddenly the unveiling of what's occurring behind somebody's eyes. She looks without focus. She converses without talking. She goes, I have had a vision. It has come strongly. I suspect I may not be the only one. There's a coming conflagration. First, this war that is coming, that is the precursor. I see a ravenous, gibbering horde. This horde is going to appear somewhere, off to the east. When they arrive, they will consume all. It will take a band to fight back. We must start doing what we can. They may already be here. They may already be arriving. If we cannot fight this off, the earth itself will convulse. We will not be able to stop them. If we can band together and fight, it will cause sacrifices, but we will survive. I see terrible tyrants coming from across the ocean in the land of the rising river. They will come. From the four corners they will come. And if they unite, there will be destruction of the level we've never seen before. And if we can survive that, then a hidden menace. It is like a serpent. It spreads tendrils. It infects the minds of good women and men. It already has a foothold. We must meet machination with machination. But the true horror lies after that one. If we can band together and we can hold our own, then the hells themselves will converse. They will spew out and convulse like a dying creature. From its mouth of hellfire and fangs, death and destruction will sweep across the multiverse. But Earth will be the battleground. For you see, all four of these horrors are coming. They will come in succession. And because of the fact that this planet is now the connecting point for the entirety of reality, they all want a piece. And if they take it, nothing will be left. And it is from the coming conflagration, the coming war between mortality and mortality, that you come in, my young one. And then suddenly her eyes draw directly to Micah's. She meets a hand and a half taller than him, skinny, thin, but she looks at him with just kind of almost an imposing shadow. She takes a step forward, and Micah, unaware, almost seems to take a step back. He feels like a child. And as he's looking up into her eyes, slimmer but taller than him, he realizes the ancient strength that comes from full-blooded elves. This woman could be hundreds of years old. He has no idea. She looks at him like a maternal figure who is angry. She goes, "You will help us. You will help us find Lord Coke. You will deliver your message to him. We will find out what is necessary and what you need to know and what he needs to know. Because if we don't, if Lord Coke is not available, if he cannot help us, then we will not get past the first of these challenges. We will not get past the first of the gibbering horde. It is on you. Every fire starts with a spark." Micah kind of looks back and he goes, "Wait, is this some sort of prophecy? Are you right now telling me that you have spoken of a prophecy?" And Tio looks over to him and goes, "Son, my lord Micah, have you not yourself been experiencing these visions?" And Micah looks, "I have told you about my dream. I haven't told you of any visions." He goes, "I am barely scratching the surface of psychics. Eeyore over there has perfected and honed as much as he can, but his family and his ancestry don't have these traits. Aurora here is a full-blooded mystic. She connects both the magic or the ley lines with the innate power of the mystic mind, and she has made connections that nobody else could. I highly recommend you listen to her, my lord. She knows much more than we do. And so, let's see. Does Micah believe? I'm going to say, given everything, this becomes a near impossible, but that's still a 50-50 at a chaos factor of 8. It is 0-0. Micah doesn't believe at all. He goes, "This sounds like horseshit. I'm out here hunting for a beast. I don't care about your Lord Coke. I don't care about any coming conflagrations. My sister is dead. She lies in a coffin because traitors like this one in red," as he points over to the soldier, "they have attempted to kill me. They've attempted and succeeded in killing my sister. They're attempting to overthrow my father. My kingdom is in disarray. My family is dying. And you want to tell me I need to go find your father figure? Trust me, we all have daddy issues. I recommend that you, if you're going to be here to help me, if you want me to go along with what you say, then fucking help me." And Yin steps forward, his back towards the group, but facing directly, face to face with Micah. He puts the oversized cybernetic hand up on his shoulder. He goes, "Look, my lord, I'll follow your lead here. These people were very fucking helpful. If we can use them to get to a handle of this, maybe you could help them in the long run. I'm not saying that we need to give in. I'm just saying they could be useful." Micah looks up and goes, "They may be useful. I need them to prove it." I agree. "Okay, well, you give the word and I'll start shooting. I'll probably start with the lady first. She seems kind of creepy." Micah just kind of laughs. He's like, "You're such a weirdo. Fine. If you wish to help, bring the young one in. Let's get him into the cabin. I think we have some questions we need to ask him." And Tio looks over. Let's ask a question. It's kind of unlikely. Does Tio go along with this willingly? I'm going to say this is I'm going to say this is unlikely. 63. He goes along with it willingly. And as he kind of stops, he goes, "I just need to make sure, Lord, that you understand. I will not torture this man. We can interrogate him. We can ask him questions. We could find out what he knows. But I will in no way, shape, or form hurt this man, and I will not allow him to be hurt in front of me." Micah steps forward. He's like, "I thought you needed my help. If you need my help, then I think you may want to go along with what I am going to ask of you. I do not wish to hurt this man either. I hope he is willing to speak to us of his own volition. But if he doesn't, I need answers." He goes, "Answers or not, I will not let you hurt this man. Let's just get him into the room." So, as they all step in, there's a moment where Micah steps in, closes the door, kind of lands with a heavy thump. And they haul him over. Dressed all in red, though his armor has been stripped off. Weapons have been removed from him. The helmet has been taken off, and underneath is an olive-skinned man, dark hair that has begun to go gray a little bit. Sharp gray eyes. He kind of looks up and around, and though muffled, he just kind of like, with a sardonic nod, looks to Micah. Micah comes over, takes the wrappings from around his mouth. "All right. What is your name, soldier?" Let's see. His name, 75C 43. Seek. He goes, my name is Seek, my lord. He goes, old trooper. Do you know who I am? No. We all know who you are, my lord. You are the son of an arrogant man. One who's been letting us go weak. We have been shot. We have been murdered in the streets. And what did you and your family do? Did you play soldier? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you fight back? Micah looks him up and down and goes, okay. I see where we are starting now. So, let's begin with the questions. We're going to treat this as a social encounter. So, I'm going to deal to our various groups here. They're going to go on their action turns. Micah is going to be the spokesperson for their side, and Seek, of course, is on his own. The NPCs, as they are, so Tio, Oro, Yins, Eeyore, they're going to be able to operate on their kind of like group's turn, but they can contribute to Micah, unless, of course, Micah's pissing him off. So we're going to deal Micah first, and he draws the 5. We're going to deal to Yins, who gets the Jack, Cyber Knights, who get the 6, and then a 4 to Seek. So, Yins kind of sits back. I'm going to give him an intimidation roll as he tries to flex that big cybernetic arm of his to try to scare this little trooper. So, that is a 7, and intimidation, if I remember correctly, just make sure intimidation is smarts. Let's see. Or is it spirit? Intimidation is spirit. Okay. So, this trooper gets a spirit roll. It's got to beat a 7. His spirit is a 6. So he rolled a 5, so he is going to become kind of distracted. Just give it -2 on his turn. He ends as he sits him down. This heavy arm reaches over to the chair, and there is a creaking. And then he removes his hand, and some of the wood is splintered. He looks up quickly at Yins, who hasn't moved from behind this trooper. And then we go over to the Cyber Knights. I think the Cyber Knights here, one of them, I would say probably Tio. He's going to look over, and he's going to look at the boy, and he's going to say, I would highly recommend that you just answer honestly. Nothing bad will happen to you while I'm here. But at the same time, we want to get done with this quickly. Yes. And so persuasion would be 8. It's a 6. Boy rolled a 3. So he's now distracted and vulnerable. So it's a -2 on his roll and a +2 on rolls against him. Fortunately, it is now Micah's turn. Micah looks him up and down for a moment. He goes, Trooper Seek, you worked for my father. I know that you have been trained by some of the best. So I just wish you to answer me honestly. Is Bobby behind this? I know he is working against my father. I just need confirmation, and then we can wrap this up quickly. So The 6 blows up. It's an 11. All right. So +2 from the fact that he is vulnerable. And now he is going to roll. The 6 blows up, so he's going to be a 13. He doesn't. It's a 9, so it's with a raise. The kid kind of looks up and down and goes, "Does it matter who it is?" And he's going to try... He only has persuasion, so he's going to try persuasion. Rolled a 6. A 9 total. And so that means Micah with the spirit of a D10. Oh yeah. Micah kind of ignores the jab a little bit and he goes, "So, it is Bobby, huh?" And the kid goes, "Oh, well, the only orders I ever got was through Bobby. I don't know who. Maybe I heard something. But Bobby never told me anything, so I just report directly to Bobby." And so let's ask a fake question. This trooper knows something. I say, given everything, unlikely, but still a 75, 91. No. No. This trooper doesn't know anything other than he gets his messages from Bobby. So we go to the next round. Micah draws a 4. Yins draws a 3. The Cyber Knights get the Queen, and Trooper Seek get the 10. So we go to the Cyber Knights first. And Steo comes around again. He puts a hand directly on Micah's shoulder and he leans in and he goes, "I have a suspicion. I don't know if you wish to follow my lead, but..." Kind of looks back and he goes, "I would reach deep and I would use some of your natural abilities to try to find something." And I'm gonna give him a persuasion check. That's a 3. And Micah just kind of looks at him and goes, "What do you know?" We go over now to the trooper. And the trooper kind of looks him up and down and goes, "See, none of your family listened to us. Not a one of you stopped what you were doing to actually pay attention to the common folk. We were all down in the trenches for you and your family, for your father." Let's try persuasion. It's a 3. And now Micah's going to try to resist. And he rolled a 3. Meets it, beats it. We go over to Yins. Yins. He's going to take a notice roll of a 2. It fails. He kind of looks the kid up and down. He's like, "Do you want me to hit him, boss?" And Teo looks quickly between the two of them. His hand starts to raise. Excuse me. Micah raises a hand quickly. He listened. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to use... Okay. He's going to use the empathy ability. So it's a D8 for his psionic rolls. Yeah. So that is a 6. So that is a success. It's an opposed versus spirit. Spirit of a D6. No, not even close. Rolled a 2. So Micah now gets +2 to all of his social attacks for the duration of the power. He stops what he's doing and he opens up. He begins to listen, truly listen. And let's see. Yeah, no, he gets a +1 to intimidation, persuasion, performance, or taunt rolls against the target. Micah begins to listen. He hears the panic coming in off of him. It's like a low heartbeat hum. But then there's also an additional thread. He stops for a second. He listens to it. No, Seek, I don't believe you're telling me the entirety of the truth. I can hear it. Pitter-patter. It's like a songbird's heartbeat. You're afraid. You know something else. What else do you know? So that was his action. So we're going to go to the next round. Micah draws 2, gets the 10. Yins gets the Joker. So his side, which includes Micah, get a penny. A 2 for the Cyber Knights, and another 10 for Seek. So he's going to, I think Yins is going to try to watch him again. He's actually, no, he's going to roll a support check to try to, he's going to try to help Micah here. He sees something's going on. He doesn't quite understand all of it. But he's going to roll a d8 for his notice roll, plus 2. That is a 7, plus 2 is a 9. So, that is, I mean, obviously that's with a raise, so he adds plus 2 to Micah's roll, who already gets a plus 1 because of the empathy, so it's a plus 3 on Micah's check. So, let's see, the hearts goes first, which means that Seek is going to try something. What does... Well, I'm not entirely sure what he's going to roll, so let's go to a table and take a look at character actions. Character actions general. 63 meaningful. And 95 meaningful violent. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to say this is 50-50. Does Seek have a suicide method? 89. Oh, just barely, no. But meaningful violent, does he have a hidden weapon? 25, yes. Okay. So, Yins is watching. And as this trooper shuffles a little bit, tied to this chair, he sees everybody around him. I'm going to actually give him a shooting roll. Oh shit, it blew up. Oh shit. His hand opens and a barrel sticks out. Before he fires, I'm going to give Micah his turn since they are on the same die. And maybe this will stop him, but we don't know. Micah is going to try to persuade him. So this is a plus 3. He's going to look at Seek. He's going to go, Trooper Seek. We can end this right now. Nothing else has to happen. But all I need to know is, what else do you know about the conspiracy against my family? And he rolls snake eyes. So, as Micah stands here, his hands on his hips, facing off directly against this trooper, not even fully paying attention, he hears it. There's a sudden calm. The laser blast goes off.